12 ugly things seniors do as they age that no one tells you. The passage of time brings not only physical changes, but also subtle behavioral shifts that can impact our relationships and overall well-being as we age. These aren't always obvious, and many individuals remain unaware of their presence until they have already begun to push people away and complicate life unnecessarily. However, the good news is that these habits are not immutable. They can be recognized and transformed. This exploration delves into those often unspoken habits that can inadvertently steal joy, diminish connection, and hinder a fulfilling later life. We'll meet individuals whose experiences highlight the insidious nature of these behaviors and the profound positive changes that can occur when they are addressed. Understanding these traps is crucial, not only for our own lives, but also for supporting the aging loved ones around us. By identifying 9 surprising pitfalls that might be affecting us or those we care about, and by learning simple, actionable strategies to overcome them, we can move towards a future characterized by purpose and connection rather than regret. The impact of number 7, in particular, is often underestimated until its cost becomes apparent, yet it represents a common oversight that can lead to significant personal loss. Ultimately, this journey is about spotting these habits before they take hold, rebuilding strained connections, and embracing aging with a sense of purpose and fulfillment. If you've ever felt disconnected, stuck, or simply curious about what might be holding you back, this discussion is for you. Prioritizing these changes sooner rather than later is key, as the longer we wait, the more challenging it becomes to alter established patterns. Your engagement through likes, subscriptions, and notifications ensures you won't miss out on further valuable insights. Becoming too negative or critical is a habit that can creep in almost unnoticed, especially when life's challenges feel overwhelming. Sarah, for instance, always saw herself as someone who spoke her mind and was simply being honest. But over time, this tendency morphed into a pervasive negativity, initially manifesting as minor complaints about aches and pains or frustrations with the state of the world. Her outlook began to color every interaction. Her criticism of younger generations, particularly her family, created a subtle but significant rift. What she perceived as honest feedback, others experienced as a draining negativity. The consequence was a gradual withdrawal from her loved ones, who instinctively steered clear of conversations that would inevitably lead to a rant. Even her grandchildren, once eager to visit, began to find excuses. The underlying truth Sarah eventually grasped was that constant negativity, regardless of its perceived justification, repels people. No one wants to feel worse after a conversation. Negativity acts like an anchor, pulling others down and making connection feel like a chore. The world can feel disorienting as it changes, and our bodies don't always cooperate, making everyday tasks frustrating. While venting can feel like a release, when it becomes a default, it creates isolation. To counter this, the practice of starting conversations with something positive, expressing gratitude, or showing genuine curiosity about others' lives can make a profound difference. Asking questions instead of making pronouncements, like inquiring about a grandchild's interests rather than dismissing them, fosters connection. Sarah's shift towards positivity, gratitude, and genuine interest in her grandchildren's lives resulted in a remarkable transformation. Conversations became longer, connections deepened, and the warmth she had been missing returned. This experience underscored a vital lesson. The energy we put out into the world is the energy we receive in return. Similarly, neglecting personal hygiene and appearance can silently erode self-esteem and social connection. Sarah, who once took pride in her appearance, began to let her grooming habits slide. She rationalized that she wasn't trying to impress anyone anymore, opting for comfort over style, and eventually spending her days in house clothes, rarely glancing in the mirror. This outward shift, however, had a profound internal impact. She started to feel different, less confident, and this was reflected in how others perceived and interacted with her. Strangers made less eye contact, and invitations from friends dwindled. Looking at old photographs, she barely recognized the vibrant woman she had been. This disconnect highlighted a crucial point. How we present ourselves to the world influences not only external perceptions, but also our internal sense of self-worth. Personal grooming is not about vanity, it's an act of self-respect, a declaration that one matters. Reversing this trend involves small, manageable steps. Getting dressed each day, even if not going out, can significantly lift one's spirits. Simple acts of self-care, like showering, brushing hair, and trimming nails, send a powerful message of self-worth. Wearing clothes that bring joy, and incorporating small personal touches like a spritz of perfume or a favorite piece of jewelry can elevate one's mood and reinforce a sense of identity. When Sarah reintroduced these simple habits, she felt lighter, more confident, and inherently more beautiful. The positive change was mirrored in the interactions she had with others. She felt seen and, more importantly, felt like her authentic self again. Becoming stubborn and resistant to change is another habit that can lead to isolation, particularly in an era of rapid technological advancement. Sarah, accustomed to her established ways, resisted learning new technologies like texting, believing that if people wanted to connect, they would simply call. This stance, however, led to her becoming increasingly disconnected from her family, who communicated through digital platforms. Family updates, photos, and invitations were primarily shared in group chats that she refused to join. Her resistance wasn't just about technology, it was about maintaining connection and being an active part of her loved ones' lives. The truth is, change is inevitable, and resisting it can feel like being left behind. However, embracing change, even in small ways, keeps one engaged and mentally sharp. Letting grandchildren teach her how to send a text, for example, opened up a floodgate of daily photos, inside jokes, and quick check-ins that made her feel included and loved. By releasing her stubbornness, Sarah discovered a richer, more consistent connection with her family, demonstrating that embracing new ways of communicating can lead to deeper relational bonds. Hoarding, or the inability to let go of clutter, is a habit deeply rooted in sentimentality and a fear of needing things later. Sarah's home, once a sanctuary, became overwhelmed by possessions holding memories, old cards, newspapers, and clothes she hadn't worn in years. While she believed each item had value and might be needed someday, the accumulating clutter began to suffocate her living space, her peace of mind, and her spirit. The sheer effort of navigating through piles became exhausting, making it difficult to maintain order, find necessities, and even feel comfortable inviting guests. The clutter wasn't just physical, it represented emotional baggage and a sense of being trapped in the past. Letting go is challenging, especially when items are tied to memories. But holding on to too much can create a mental and emotional burden, preventing one from moving forward and embracing the present. To break free from this cycle, starting small, tackling one drawer or one box at a time, is essential. Asking oneself if an item is used or brings joy provides a clear guideline for decluttering. Donating, recycling, or passing on meaningful items to family members are constructive ways to release possessions. Making decluttering a daily habit, even if it's just getting rid of one item, can lead to profound transformation. A decluttered space not only reduces mental stress, but also enhances safety and comfort, creating a more peaceful and welcoming environment. Sarah's journey of decluttering brought a sense of lightness and freedom, transforming her home and her outlook. Losing patience with others too quickly is another habit that can alienate people. Sarah, who once saw herself as patient and understanding, found herself increasingly irritated by perceived slowness or incompetence. A seemingly minor incident at the grocery store, where she snapped at a young, fumbling cashier, triggered a painful realization. She was becoming the type of person she used to dislike. The truth is, impatience, while perhaps a natural reaction to frustration, negatively impacts both the person exhibiting it and those around them. It raises stress, levels, clouds judgment, and damages interactions. To cultivate patience, pausing before reacting is crucial. Deep breaths and a shift in perspective, Reminding oneself that the slow driver or the flustered cashier is likely doing their best can diffuse tension. Offering a smile, a kind word, or simply expressing understanding can go a long way. Sarah's conscious effort to be kind and encouraging towards the young cashier not only eased his burden, but also brought her a sense of personal peace, demonstrating that patience is a gift to oneself as well as to others. Over-talking and not listening is a common pitfall that undermines genuine connection. Sarah, known as a storyteller, found that her desire to share her wisdom had inadvertently led her to dominate conversations, leaving little room for others to speak. Her daughter's confession that she didn't feel heard was a wake-up call. The reality was that in her eagerness to impart life lessons, Sarah had forgotten the fundamental art of listening. As we age, the inclination to share accumulated wisdom is strong, but without reciprocal listening, relationships can suffer. The key lies in balance, speaking and listening in equal measure. Pausing to ask open-ended questions such as, "What about you? How have things been?" and showing genuine interest in others' responses fosters more meaningful dialogues. Resisting the urge to interrupt and allowing others the space to express themselves is paramount. Sarah's deliberate shift towards active listening transformed her conversations with her daughter, making them warmer, deeper, and more connected. Pushing people away instead of asking for help is a sign of pride that can lead to profound isolation. Sarah, fiercely independent and accustomed to caring for others, found herself struggling with simple tasks as she aged. Her pride prevented her from accepting a young man's offer to help with heavy groceries, leading to a painful experience of isolation and physical strain. This resistance to accepting help, while perhaps stemming from a desire to remain self-sufficient, ultimately deprives others of the opportunity to show their care and support. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of trust and an avenue for connection. When we allow others to assist us, we foster interdependence and strengthen our bonds. It's a reminder that no one is meant to navigate life's challenges alone. Sarah's decision to say yes when help was offered brought not only physical relief, but also a deep sense of emotional connection and validation. Being too frugal to enjoy life is a habit that can prevent one from truly living. Sarah, diligent with her finances, struggled to spend on experiences, constantly worried about future needs. This mindset, while financially responsible, meant foregoing vacations and everyday pleasures, leading to a life of saving but not living. The realization that life is short and that experiences create lasting joy, far more than material possessions, prompted a shift. Prioritizing experiences, setting aside a dedicated fund for enjoyment, and saying yes to opportunities like a weekend getaway with a friend brought her a renewed sense of vibrancy and connection. This shift underscores the importance of balance. Enjoying the fruits of one's labor enriches life rather than diminishing achievements. Talking down to younger generations creates an unintentional barrier to connection. Sarah's well-intentioned comments about technology to her grandson Noah, rooted in her own past experiences, made him feel dismissed and led to his withdrawal. This habit, often born from nostalgia or a perceived wisdom gap, can make younger individuals feel that their challenges and perspectives are invalidated. Instead of criticizing, offering support and encouragement, and showing genuine curiosity about their world can bridge this gap. By choosing curiosity and asking Noah to explain his interests, Sarah fostered a genuine connection, demonstrating that understanding and respect are key to relating across generations. Holding on to grudges and regrets is a heavy burden that weighs down the spirit and erodes present joy. Dwelling on past injustices or hurts not only relives the pain, but also dims one's perception of the world, making connection with loved ones difficult and leading to emotional hardening. The constant stress associated with resentment can negatively impact physical health. Letting go of grudges, however difficult, is an act of courage and strength that frees oneself from the past's grip. Accepting that the past cannot be changed and focusing on what can be learned from those experiences is crucial. Forgiveness, not for the offender, but for oneself, releases the power of past hurts. By redirecting thoughts from resentment to positivity and engaging in acts of release, such as writing down and letting go of past pains, individuals can reclaim their peace and embrace a healthier, happier future. Ignoring health problems is a dangerous habit that can lead to serious consequences. Brushing off symptoms symptoms like dizziness or persistent fatigue as simply part of aging can delay crucial diagnoses and treatment. Our bodies send warning signs, and neglecting them can turn manageable issues into severe health crises. Prevention through lifestyle adjustments like a healthy diet and regular exercise is far more effective than dealing with a crisis. Sarah's fall served as a stark reminder of how easily she had overlooked her health, prompting a commitment to listen to her body, prioritize well-being, and engage in regular medical checkups. Taking control of one's health is an act of self-love that ensures a more vibrant and independent future. Finally, rediscovering joy through laughter and connection is paramount. Sarah's realization that life had become routine prompted her to actively seek out moments of joy, starting with a movie night with a friend. The simple act of laughing, which has profound physical and emotional benefits, revitalized her spirit and strengthened her bonds with others. Choosing joy rather than waiting for it to happen involves embracing simple pleasures and making time for activities that uplift the soul. It's a reminder that it's never too late to invite laughter and joy back into one's life, leading to a more fulfilling and connected existence. By reflecting on these lessons, the power of forgiveness, the importance of laughter, and the consequences of ignoring health, individuals can commit to practicing them, fostering a more purposeful and connected life.